Goldberg is talking. Billiam Goldberg is feeling some kind of way. Hey, cousin. You know I can't forget about saying hi to y'all. Bill Goldberg is over on Ariel Hawani and he is letting it all hang out now that he is done with pro wrestling. He has retired. A lot of people have taken issue with the way he's went out and he said when he gets more time he really going to break it down and cut loose. I just want to point out that I'm not really sure what Billiam thought he was going to get if daddy-in-law didn't want to give him a retirement. There's an agreement between him and Vince, but after Vince got fired, everything changed and the plan was basically left hanging for a long time. Nothing happened. Goldberg didn't feel like picking up the phone to demand his promised match. He accepted that if it happened, it happened. And if not, he was fine. He said, and I quote, "No, this has been building since my last match. The reality is, and I think a lot of people know it, I was kind of promised a retirement match, another match after the last match that was on my contract. It was between Vince McMahon and I, and then Vince got fired, and the rest is history." He said, if it happens, it happens. And I was kind of fine not performing again. And lo and behold, I got a phone call, albeit a couple years later, and now I'm older and more beat up compared to the 285-pound guy you saw back in the day. But as an athlete, as a competitor, I'm not going to say no. I don't care if I'm 70 years old because 50% of me is better than 90% of the people on the planet. Not really sure why 90%, 99% of the people on the planet called astray, but it is what it is. So all that fucking jaw jacking and slick ass shit he had to say, his retirement match went bust.
Throughout the years, have built up to something like the ultimate rib. I guess that was the ultimate rib.
You think that was intentional? You think that was done on purpose?
I don't know. I'm not saying it was done on purpose by any stretch of the imagination. I'm saying that it wasn't prepared for on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. So they wouldn't do that to Taker, right? I don't think they wouldn't. They're not going to do that to Cena. Cena's going around the world doing his retirement thing. You know, mine was just the World Heavyweight Championship match. And to be honest with you, I'm going to catch hell for. I don't care. It was a World Heavyweight. I had World Heavyweight matches all the time. That doesn't do anything for me. It does, but make it different than just an angle at least at the end and do something, say something. I don't know. It just felt a little for me. That's all. That's it. And like I said, man, I'm not here to bitch and moan because I don't do that. And I'm not complaining by any stretch of the imagination. You asked me a question and I'm answering.
Yes, sir.
Motherfucker, you complaining and it's fine. Oh man, why you tripping? You ain't happy. So say that. Don't sit there and go, well, I'm just saying, if you ordered some sneakers online and you tried them on, them bitches is too tight, what you gonna wear them anyway? Well, I'm gonna wear them. I'll just stretch them out. My toes and shit is bunched up and I got bunions and I done skint the back of my, foot off, but, the shoes is the shoes. They wouldn't do that to Adidas. If I ordered Adidas, they wouldn't do me like that. They wouldn't do that if you listen. Nobody was fucking you with you like that, Goldberg. You should already knew that. Even the way you went about getting this match was all rough and nasty, and you demanded the match. They owe me this match. Did you not watch the product? Do you not see how Paul Leviskay functions? Oh, you thought they was gonna give it to you. They was gonna give it to you like you deserved. You thought you was in John Cena's realm. You thought you was Mark Calloway. Did anybody see what WWE did to WCW when them guys came over? Did you not watch what the fuck you were doing? Oh, I guess not. Well, I guess you learned, didn't you? Goldberg said, you always have your dreams of how you're going to do things. And ultimately, to have a little bit more control over the time and space would have been much more preferred. Let's just put it that way. His frustrations went beyond the choice of event. He also revealed he was not given proper chance to address his fans after the match, despite it being the end of his iconic career. They cut me off for freaking 20 seconds with the microphone in my hand. For God's sakes, he stated. Well, Goldberg, I knew that was going to happen. I'm looking at the clock like, first of all, to watch Saturday Night main events was a fucking chore. And number two, you should have been like, I don't want to be on that shit. I don't watch the show. Like, y'all can't put me on something else. I'd rather be on Evolution. Let me go ahead and have a match with Rhea Ripley. I'd have did better. Oh, he did better over there, fucking Rhea Ripley up. But no, you was in a rush. You was in a rush. You should have known shit wasn't adding up when the way your storyline got started. It was stupid. In the world of professional wrestling, the retirement match for a legend is often treated as a sacred and emotional moment. Superstars like Ric Flair, Shawn Michaels had their career ended in epic story-driven main events at WrestleMania, WWE's biggest stage. These farewells are remembered as some of the most emotional moments in wrestling history. Yeah, when Shawn Michaels said, "I love you," and kicked the shit out of Ric Flair, we saw a young Charlotte Flair, her brother, crying in the audience. He had explosives behind it. Ric Flair cried. And all of that fanfare, he just ended up on Impact. He was over there on Impact. Shawn Michaels had his farewell, still came back, had a terrible ass match in Saudi Arabia where he kind of fared better than everybody else, right? Roman Reigns was given the opportunity to lay his belt in the middle of the ring and let us know that he's ill, but he's going to be back stronger than ever, right? Yes, when wrestlers retire, it is a big deal. We get to say bye. Bye. Remember they was trying to get Ron Killings up out of there? We didn't get to say bye. Everybody was like, no. You're going to give us some closure. But he ended up getting rehired, and now he going through the gauntlet, but whatever. Goldberg's match, by contrast, took place at a smaller D-level, they said B, D-level live event, while Saturday night's main event holds a nostalgic place in wrestling history. The modern version does not carry the prestige of a show like WrestleMania or SummerSlam, which may have contributed to Goldberg's feelings that his send-off was undervalued. Goldberg hinted that he has more to say on the matter once he's able to. His comments suggest he may be under a short-term contractual obligation that prevents him from speaking freely. He said, I got 2 weeks before I can really, spill the beans and, make my feelings kind of known about the entire rundown from the inception of the idea to its delivery. The match itself saw Goldberg put up a valiant fight before ultimately being put to sleep by Gunther. While Goldberg passed the torch to a current day star, it's clear he feels the story of his final chapter was not told the way he hopes. Let's remember, Goldberg showed up and Gunther was talking shit to his son, and Goldberg got in the ring and Paul Levesque raised his hand, and then that was it. That was at Bad Blood in October of 2024. And we didn't get a Goldberg retirement match until July of 2025. Goldberg, did you not see what you were getting set up for? That's your fault. That's your fault, bro. Bruh, that's your fault. You fucking with these people. You thought they was cool with you. Listen, Bret Hart said, I'd have turned the whole. This motherfucker said he would have went and found the biggest switch in the electric company and turned off everybody goddamn TV if he'd have known Goldberg was going to be up there doing anything. Listen, Bret Hart he said we going to have beef forever. He ain't never getting over that. I don't blame him because that man took his neck from him and his career. So what was Goldberg's full speech before he got cut off? He said, these people in the ring with me, my friends, my family, I don't know what to say, but it has been one hell of a ride. There ain't going to be another Goldberg except for the boy here, he said, pointing to his son. Treat everyone like you would like to be treated. Black, green, purple. Christian, Jewish, I don't give a damn. You treat every single human being with respect. And if I did anything in my career, I honor that and try to pass that down. And everyone in the ring with me, that is their character too. This goes out to my father-in-law who passed away last week. This goes out to all the flood victims in North Carolina, everyone affected. And if there's anything I have learned, it is that you are never too good to lend a helping hand. Okay. Listen, I don't know who paced the show because it was only 3 matches. The show sucked. Why they couldn't end the match a little? He could have choked Goldberg out earlier than that, and he would have had at least a good 5-10 minutes before they shut it down. Listen, NBC said we not going over shit. We not going over no time for you. This ain't no motherfucking Netflix. We got shit to do, and this is what it is. Okay. Let's not forget, Goldberg said, and I quote, Vince is a piece of shit as far as I'm concerned. And so you thought his son-in-law, who literally is up Vince's ass and is a student of Vince McMahon, was going to do you right and none of this was going to come back to you? Baby, what you do on the front end always come back on the back end. It's called karma. I can't believe Goldberg is not as smart as I thought he was. You're dumb, sir. You're dumb. You might have 50% of you might be better than 99% of everybody else, but 99% of everybody else's brains is better than your 50%, sir. Goldberg claimed that Vince McMahon told him, go ahead on down to Saudi Arabia with your COVID and put Roman Reigns over and I'll give you a retirement match. None of that happened. And he called Vince a piece of shit. With all that being said, what else is there to do, sir? Bobby Lashley didn't get a retirement match, although he's not retiring. He didn't get a send-off. Brock Lesnar didn't get send-off. Bray Wyatt just died. So, what, man? I can't wait till Goldberg really cut loose because he mad as fuck. Right now, he holding it together and whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop, but he's mad. And he is going to get the retirement match he was looking for. You wouldn't do Taker like that. Sure wouldn't. Undertaker had an old fucked up match with you. You thought WWE forgot how you did Undertaker? How you handled Mark Calloway, almost broke his neck? First of all, that match was a classic. It was a lot of good spots. Ooh, poor Billiam. Can't wait till those 2 weeks up because it's going to be some hot stuff. Y'all get in the comments. Tell me what you think. Catch you on the next one. Deuces.